Grace and peace be unto you all, my brothers and sisters. I might just go ahead and walk through this one, just for clarification. When the impossible becomes the possible, which is the name of the sermon. When the impossible becomes the possible. St. Luke, the first chapter, verse 37. For no word from God will ever fail. No word from God will ever fail. In God, your impossibility becomes your miracles. I'm going to say it again. In God, your impossibilities becomes your miracles. He said, watch this. Impossible is a word when echo in our ears often sound like a period at the end of a sentence, completely restricting the chance of something being achieved. However, when we walk with God, watch this, this word does not have the same effect because nothing is impossible for him. Notice what I just said to you. St. Luke clarifies it. For no word from God will ever fail. He honors his word with exclamation point. God always honors his word. Because nothing is impossible for him. Even so, when we hear this word, we tend to get discouraged and focus more on the barrier than on the promises of God. I want you guys to get this and let this sink into your spirit today, this morning. When the impossible becomes the possible. On life's journey, it's critical to believe in miracles even when the diagnoses are discouraging. You may be facing a difficult circumstance right now, but remember that nothing is impossible for God. We're all subject to facing a challenging diagnosis, but know that faith in God is the fuel for experiencing miracles in him, by him. When you face challenges or hear that something is impossible, do not be afraid, my brothers. Do not be afraid, my sisters. Because God the Father cannot be limited by our circumstances. Allow your impossible to become the fertile ground for experiencing the miraculous power of God being demonstrated and orchestrated in your life by the faith that you believe in his holy his holy word. When the impossible becomes the possible. In God, your impossibilities becomes your miracles. In him, by him, God will get the glory out of all of what we do for him. And sometimes God lets the impossible to make a point, to show others who he really is. You know, you hear me talk about my wife Shay's testimony. When they written her off, they said she wasn't going to come back again. She wasn't going to be able to walk, talk, see, hear, let alone drive a vehicle again. They written her off. We're talking about the chaplains. We're talking about the doctors. They written her off. When the impossible becomes the possible. My wife Shay is still here. Everything that they said that she wasn't going to do, they diagnosed her, saying that she wasn't going to ever be able to do the things that I just clarified with you all. Everything I just said to you, my wife is doing. She's feeding herself. She's seeing. She's hearing. She's getting up every single day of her life as I yet speak. I love her. She was getting up out of the bed, walking to the bathroom to get ready to go do what she always does. Brushing her teeth, washing her face, get ready to go do her volunteer work at the Senior Citizen Center. Yes, everything that they said that she wasn't going to be able to do, God proved them all wrong. He proved them all wrong. Yes, he did. Now, what a testimony, right? Just for clarification, what a powerful testimony that God has proven. When the impossible becomes the possible. Time won't allow me to get into it like the way I want to, but I want to go ahead and just share that testimony with you all, just in case somebody is seeing this video. You see it today, or you see it sometime later on throughout the year, or whenever you get your opportunity to look at it, even today, if you see it. May your faith be built up. May you be edified in Christ by this sermon, when the impossible becomes the possible. In God, your impossibilities becomes your miracles. God bless you, my brothers, and God bless you, my sister. Take care and be blessed.